Everyone. So in this video, I'm going to explain to you guys how to get around the situation that I explained with Fashion Go. Remember, I told you that with Fashion Go, you may need to provide proof that you are a retailer, meaning that they want to see past receipts from other purchases that you have made from a supplier or wholesale vendor. At least that's how it was for me. I tried to call them, as I mentioned to you guys previously, but I did not get through. But I have no doubt that it is exactly um, still that process. So there's a way to get around it. And this is how I did it, and it still works. So what you can do is purchase from this supplier called Wholesale Fashion Square. Now, I understand that we have different niche markets based on the answers to the assignments that you've sent, but it's almost like a sacrifice if this does not meet your exact niche market, because what you really need is a receipt. And this supplier, their stuff is actually very affordable, so you may just have to make a one-time investment to get that receipt so you can hand it over to Fashion Go and then now have access to all these hundreds of suppliers. I hope that makes sense. So what I would do with this supplier, I have to tell you guys that not the quality is not excellent, but it is average. And for the price, you cannot beat it. This is one of the things that I do to ensure that I get an item that persons would be interested in, or appeal to them in some kind of way. So everyone in this class is a female, so order a dress that maybe you like, so at least you know you get some way out of it. And then the other thing you could do is think of a friend who could actually model that dress for you if you're not the model type, or a someone, maybe a blogger who does not necessarily have a huge audience right now and is willing to wear the dress. You can gift that blogger the dress and wear the dress and advertise it on your behalf. So this is what I would do to kind of get a dress that appeal to people. When items of clothing are very reasonably priced, as is the case with Wholesale Fashion Square, what you find is that it's usually polyester or rayon, this kind of fabrics right there. Not that polyester is always no good, but I'm saying when it's cheap and polyester, then you may be really looking at cheap, where it looks cheap as well. Okay, not always the case, because I actually still purchase from Wholesale Fashion Square for some of my clients who resell items, and they have great success with that, because their niche market is affordability, persons who want something cheap and nice. Okay, but here's what I would do. So I would go into dresses, and that's just my, the advice that I have. Obviously, you can go through everything and then see what works for you. And what I would do is look for something cotton, because you can't really go wrong with cotton over the polyester. And now that I'm going through it, see this dress here? This is not a cotton dress, but this is a dress that would appeal to someone. Let's say if they're going on a vacation, that dress would appeal to someone. So the unit price on here is just $8.75. You can't beat that, right? So that's an option, although it's polyester or rayon. This is a cotton dress. I could just look at it and tell that it's a cotton dress, and it's $9.75. So that could be one of your options. I'm just going to go through it real quick and show you some options. And as I say, although I'm giving you the tip to go with cotton to kind of play it safe, if you see something that appeals to you, by all means go for it, or that you think would appeal to your niche market. You will make your money back. That's what I could promise you. See this yellow dress here? This is definitely a cotton dress. 100% cotton. See? So this dress is a nice little sundress that someone could, go for, let's see, coffee with friends, go on a movie date. So you buy this dress for $9.75. Six pieces of this dress would cost you $58.50. By the time they add shipping, you would be under $70. Okay, now if you look here, you'd see that they only have two bundles left in this dress, and that's because it's actually going quickly, which is another clue to use when you look at this dress, these dresses on here. That alone tells you that people are interested in it and that dress is selling out. Okay, so it's under $70. Now, this dress, if I were to judge it by just looking at it, I would say that you could get $20 to $25 for this dress. So if you sell two of these dresses, three of these dresses, you would break even. And the goal with this site is not necessarily profit. The goal is to get the receipt. Now, by all means, if this site suits your target market or your niche market, go for it. Don't let me stop you. Go for it. As I say, there are persons that I shop for from this website and they're making bank. They're making money. Okay? It's all about your selection and knowing what your customers want. Here's the other excellent thing about this website. It's a program that they just started not too long ago, and it's called drop shipping. I'm sure you guys have heard of drop shipping. But what makes it even more exciting is that they will drop ship just one piece of item for you. How amazing! So if your customer just wants one of the yellow dresses, you don't even have to worry about shipping. So for those of you who are not in the US, it is a game changer. So you have your website, your customer orders the yellow dress, they paid you, let's say, $25 for that dress. You go and you pay Wholesale Fashion Square. It's a little more than the $9.75 when they're selling it, selling the single item. So let's say you pay $11 for that dress. They take care of all of the shipping and handling for you. And I think the flat rate for the shipping to the customer is like $8, which is on average what they would pay if they were to get that dress shipped out. So you charge 20, Wholesale Fashion Go charged you 11. I'm just giving an example. And now you have $9 without you doing anything but marketing it. So definitely look at Wholesale Fashion Go, get your receipt together, and then present that receipt to Fashion Go, where you have a much bigger variety of suppliers so that you could put your stuff together. The other thing with Wholesale Fashion Square is, when I told you the guys that since it's hundreds of suppliers, that it could be a little confusing. So what I want you to do for this assignment is I want you to really explore Wholesale Fashion Square, figure out one or two items that you would be interested in. And then the other thing that I want you to do to get ready for Fashion Go is I want you to figure out a list of items, maybe, 4 or 5 items that you think your niche market would really, really be interested in. For me, I could tell you my niche market, they're very, very into maxi dresses because my customer base, my niche market, they're about 35 and up. They're really into maxi dresses. Most likely when I post a really pretty maxi dress, it's going to sell out quickly. They're into wedges, they're into blazers. So I could tell you these items off of the top of my head because these are the items that sell. So although you do not have a track record like me, because I've been in business for almost 6 years, you could look at, like, what do you think this particular customer would like, and then write that list down. So when you go on Fashion Go, you can actually enter in the search field. They would have a search field and you enter blazers, and then you could now start looking at suppliers and start putting your stuff together from there. Okay, guys, so these are the two things that you need to do, is to explore Wholesale Fashion Square. And as you could see, they have more than just clothing. They have jewelry, they have handbags, I think they had shoes the last time that I was on there, but I don't see it right now. But just explore it, read up on drop shipping, see if it's something for you. For drop shipping, you most likely would need a website, and I will talk about that in module 3 a little bit, and then you take it from there. Okay, so the other option, because remember I said I would give you two options. The other option would be at the end of this class. We have about 14 of you, not about, we have 14 students in this class. And I have another class coming up on June 5th, tentatively. Um, what I'm going to do is create a private community. And that way, persons, especially those who are in the US, can break bundles. And even if you're not, I could act as the middleman for you, where you could break a bundle. So, for example, if two persons are interested in a particular item, you could say, let's go half and half on that item. And then it could be purchased on Fashion Go. So I will give you all of these options. I will give you my supplier list. I will give you all of that at the end of this module 2. Okay? But guys, I need you to do the assignments. I really need you to do the assignments so that you could get feedback. I could tell you where, I think needs improvement and all of that. Research shows that 75% of persons do not complete online courses, which is why I'm doing it different. And it may look like it's taking longer, but it's because I really want you to go through each of the steps and to figure it out and to actually do the work and then get feedback. I'm telling you, I've done online courses and there's no feedback. And then that's why I realized, okay, yes, I learned stuff, but I wish there was more, you know, not just feedback, but where the instructor was approachable. And that's why I'm doing it differently. So don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to say, oh, Victoria, I didn't quite understand this. Can you go over it? I will work with you to ensure that you are successful in there. Okay, so this is the end of it. Go through Wholesale Fashion Square, especially read up on drop shipping, and then also write a list of 4 or 5 pieces of clothing that you think your niche market would really be interested in, because it's going to help you when it comes to Fashion Go, to make your job a little easier. Okay guys, so I'll talk to you soon.